getting everybody.
How many of them came with Billy?
Oh, only like 4.
Oh.
There's only 4 from Billy was one of the 4th, so only 4 from. There's 5. He's from out where we are. The guy with the blonde hair over here, probably his parents. Billy and the little guy. I think he was one of the 14.
Come on.
Recruit Training Battalion, Fort Dix. I'd like to welcome you to our second ceremony. It may seem a bit confusing, but this morning we had to have 2 ceremonies. We were told late a couple days ago that we had an airlift, an aircraft that the Puerto Rican group had to be on at noon today. So we had a ceremony this morning. They are on buses headed for Willow Grove and then to Puerto Rico. But we will have, you haven't missed anything because we will have a ceremony for the cadets representing 10 states, which probably they're your cadets. And we'll have an identical ceremony to follow here. So welcome, and I think you'll be proud of your cadets.
Hey, I don't want you to think we're playing the wrong song.
My friend,
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem.
Yes, sir. All present indoor accounted for, sir.
We are extremely honored today that Admiral Rex has consented to join us in our celebration of achievement. Admiral Rex would like to say a few words, but first I'd like to introduce Admiral Rex. Admiral Rex has served a long and distinguished career with the United States Navy. I think by simply listing a few of these awards, you'll get a feel for the types of service he has rendered his country. Admiral Rex's awards include the Defense Superior Service Medal, the Legion of Merit with 2 gold stars, the Bronze Star with Combat V, the Purple Heart, the Meritorious Service Medal with Gold Star, Navy Commendation Medal, Combat Action Ribbons, and many more. Without further ado, I would like to introduce Admiral William A. Rex.
Few minutes to especially address the parents who didn't hear me a half hour ago. All these young men and women on the field heard a little bit about what I wanted to say. But it's a particular honor for me to be here to speak with all of you and just to relate a couple of my feelings about how important this program is that you on the field have been through and that you in the bleachers have supported, not only these past 2 weeks, but throughout the year and for many of them, and you a couple of years. We don't have very many programs in the United States today that show as much enthusiasm, participation, and patriotism as does the US Navy League Sea Cadet program. Your sons and daughters have put in a rigorous 2 weeks in which they learned a great deal. Not so much a great deal about the Navy or the Marine Corps or the Armed Forces. They did that indeed. But where they learned a great deal about character, about a work ethic, about what it means to be to work on time and be prepared to go to work. They learn what it is to be tired and to have their body say, no, I can't do any more. And they learn how to say, yes, you can, and do more. That's a great thing today, and we don't have many opportunities to teach our young people that. And for you on the field, you've heard me say before, it's a great thing that you have had that opportunity, because it will stand you well in the future. Whether you're in the armed forces or in a civilian occupation, the ability to say, I can do it, when the rest of your body says, I'm through, is a tremendous thing. And I'm sure that your parents and friends that are here today will second that as you get to see them and leave with them after the ceremony. We have as well a group with us today who not only understands a work ethic and have developed some character, but they understand what patriotism is. They've given up a great deal as well. There's nothing as strong in our lives, I think, especially in these United States, as peer pressure. And these young men and women, I think, in large part, in their schools and in their communities, have been standouts. Some standouts because they were the outstanding men and women and their peers recognized it. Some standouts because they thought, gee whiz, he or she will never make it through that program. But you all have done that. And you should be proud of it. You come here drug-free. You leave here drug-free. You have a work ethic. You know what it is to serve your country. And hopefully you'll have a little bit better idea of what the armed forces is like. Some of you will choose to join. Some of you will choose to stay for a long time, and others will choose not to. But the fact that you have the opportunity to have that choice is what is a wonderful thing in the eyes of those of us who stand in front of you today, and who congratulate each and every one of you on the wonderful job you've done. I want to also, in front of you parents and friends, tell you that the staff, the people who have worked with your young men and women these past couple of weeks and many for the past couple of years, are all volunteers. They put forth their time, their effort, and in many cases their monies, because they recognize the importance of what we do. They recognize the potential of the men and women on this field and what they mean to our country today and what they can mean to it in the future. And we all owe them a debt of gratitude, those that not only came from the local area, but those that drove thousands of miles and hours to be here today and to bring their people home. So I hope that you would join with me in a round of applause for the staff of the people here in the camp. And I join with the staff and with your sons and daughters and friends in saluting all of you parents for taking the time and the effort to keep your young men and women in this program. It's a wonderful program, one that the Navy League supports, and one that the Navy supports as well. And if you don't know, the Navy supports the program with training materials, with opportunities, and with some people to help out. But the financial backing for this program comes from the Navy League of the United States, a group of dedicated people who firmly believe that the strength of our nation needs to be protected, and the future through a culmination of military strength, hopefully never to be used, but always to be there. And to you on the field, I will once again remind you that you have learned a few things this week. There are many more to learn. But remember, the responsibility that you have had, the authority that you have had, will parallel that you'll have in the future. And with those always goes accountability. So as you go back to your homes and back to your units, remember the friendships that you've made this week. Remember that you can always do more if your mind says you need to do it. Good luck and Godspeed.
Our 127 cadets represent 10 states, the District of Columbia and the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico. We'd like to recognize those states by having a cadet from each state representing that state bring the state flags forward. The District of Columbia is represented by the American flag. We have 3 cadets from the District of Columbia. Cadet Andrew Price represents the American flag. Delaware, the first state to enter the Union. We have 1 cadet from Delaware, from William Taylor Division, Cadet Daniel Wojciechowski. The second state to enter the Union was Pennsylvania. We have 6 cadets from Pennsylvania, from Great Niagara Unit and Leahy Valley Division. Cadet Sharon Smith represents Pennsylvania. state to enter the Union. In December 1787, we have 17 cadets in New Jersey. The cadets are from Kitty Hawk Division, Squadron 1, and Naval Weapons Station Earl. Cadet Alexander Strawley represents New Jersey. Georgia was the fourth state to enter the Union. We have one cadet from Georgia, from NAR's B-1 Squadron, Cadet Kevin Roper. Maryland was the seventh state to enter the Union. From Maryland, we have one cadet, Cadet David Hose from Antietam Division. Virginia was the 10th state to enter the Union in June 26, 1788. From Virginia, we have 8 members of the Top Hatter Squadron. Cadet Melanie Wilson represents Virginia. From our neighbor, New York, we have one cadet. From Capodanno Division, Cadet Scott Diamond. Coming in from Ohio, we have 4 cadets from Ohio. From Mansfield Division, 41 man, we have Cadet Bobby McKinney. From as far away as Mississippi, we have 5 cadets. Mississippi entered the Union as the 20th state on December 10, 1817. Cadet William Thompson represents Eagle Battalion in the state of Mississippi. And finally, from the state of Florida, we have 5 cadets. Florida was our 27th state, represented by Cadet Rory Johnson. Cadets, if you could see yourselves from where I stand, you would know how far you've come this 2 weeks. I'm extremely proud of the performance that you have done here at Fort Dix, as I'm sure your parents are. I challenge you to take what you've learned here, to take it home, and become respectful and helpful children for your parents, to take it back to school, to share some of the things you've learned here with your classmates, to learn that we're all in the same game together, not to get involved in the cliques or war gangs or other things that you find in school. We represent so many cultures, so many states. The kids particularly have learned teamwork here. You see just a few of the states represented. I don't know where you would ever find a group together like this, working together from so many different backgrounds. Take also what you've learned back to your units. become leaders. This is the very first stage in becoming leaders. From here, you can come back as staff cadets, you can go on to squadrons, go on to ships, join the naval services if you so desire. I challenge you to do that, and I welcome you back here as staff cadets next year. Carry on, cadets. Officer Catherine Arazi, as set forth in the following citation. For exceptionally meritorious performance during the period of 19 July to 3 August 1996, while attached to recruit training contingent Fort Dix, New Jersey, serving as a supply officer. Warrant Officer Arazi's performance, adaptability, and unflinching can-do attitude in a stressful and constantly changing environment met or exceeded that normally expected of only higher-ranking enlisted members or officers in the active duty Navy. Responsible for acquiring and recovering contingent supplies, Warrant Officer Arazi displayed initiative and resourcefulness in conducting a flawless operation, frequently applying her skills of forethought, organization, and flexibility to solve a myriad of logistics and other solutions, extending well beyond her duties. Warrant Officer Arazi acquired rain bottles and water bottles for the cadets, initiated a shuttle service for escort officers and cadets who did not have private vehicles, transported cadets to the medical clinic and hospital, and stayed there ensuring they received proper and thorough attention, arranged for meals for cadets who could not otherwise attend, voluntarily stood early morning watches for officers who would not otherwise get sufficient sleep, extraordinarily sensitive to cadets and staff, she often ignored early comfort and conceded others would. Aimed to best perform negatively. Warrant Officer Arazi presented herself as a role model for all officers and a shining example for which cadets may aspire. Warrant Officer Arazi's outstanding performance was keeping with the highest traditions of the Navy, the Naval Sea Cadet Corps, and the recruit training commission. Signed, Captain A.J. Reiser, U.S. Navy, retired. Now you realize what you're seeing is only a tip of the iceberg. These cadets have learned a great deal in the last 2 weeks. However, they would like to show off a little bit of what they have done. So we are going to have a drill demonstration. I think they'll enjoy it.